So welcome to another video. We're now sailing from Helgoland to Vlieland, 135 windy nautical miles away. And Tessie is ready, but we are going to go to the fuel bird to get some tax-free diesel. I've heard a lot of talk about that, so that's the first. And then I have set up Tessie with her inner foresail, the jib sail, because I think there's going to be like 20 knots out there.
Winds would come in on our starboard beam at about 20 to 25 knots. So I figured the inner jib sail would do the job.
And I used this blue strap to get the sail high enough to reach over the rails there, the fence. And that's about it. Help out with subscribing to the channel if you want to, and leave a comment and a like for the algorithm, and off to get some diesel then.
The fuel station is right around the corner from the marina and provides all the tax-free diesel you need. Just make sure to follow one important rule.
See this? It's ice here. Video.
Oh yeah.
There's no fuel in the water.
No.
I fueled up all my cans and main tank. After finishing, I discovered a possibly concerning issue.
I just discovered the whole wireless tank measurement here is loose. So if this falls off, we have an open hole straight into the tank, and I just filled her up now. So I'll try to tape her with this. Let's try with that. It's at least sitting there. Fine for now. Helgoland, amazing place. We should go there. But now, let's head offshore. Strong currents there.
I knew the journey was about to get windy. Little did I know the winds was going to be the least of my worries.
Let's get this head sail up.
Only a few hours away.
Very good. That's us heading for Vlieland. We're just waving Helgoland goodbye behind us. And we have 21 knots of wind. And the jib sail and 2 double reefed mainsail is doing a good job. Doing 6.3 knots. It will be a challenging trip, I think, because it's going to be some wind, waves and a lot of traffic. We have to cross the separation system now, 90 degrees for 7 miles before we can start heading westwards to Vlieland.
Teddy and Tiger hold on good to each other, heading into building waves and a big anchorage area coming up right in front of us.
There are some good waves out there. I was a little bit surprised. Some of the tops are really hitting Tessie hard. I thought because of the shallow water, 40 meter, the waves wouldn't be too bad, but that's a good 3 meter.
The huge anchored ships came closer. It's just to stay well clear of these floating iron monsters.
So we're passing this huge container ship, one stork, 317 meters long, 60 meters wide. It's incredible they can stay at anchor at 40 meters of depth in these big swells and winds. I wouldn't try that with Tessie today, I think. So the weather is very up and down there. I'm surprised by the big waves out here. 40 meters depth, but still 3-4 meter waves on the tops. So I'll be busy tonight when it's dark, that's for sure. This is the reefing line for the 3rd reef. It's just dangling there, so I need to tighten it up front. Good. Deck activities sure will keep your health and mind clear, I hope. To respect the traffic separation system, we actually have to go very tight up against the wind, so that can be interesting. Just down for some quick energy. The rest of my peanut butter. I don't care to make slices of bread. Some rough seas going on out there. I took out some of the Genoa now into the staysail, and that picked up the speed really good. It works. One sail on each wings.
Tessie pounded her way, happily oblivious of the troubles lying ahead. You want to keep as safe as possible sailing offshore, and today staying safe online is also crucial. So let's take a look at the kind sponsor of this video, Incogni.
I get emails and SMSs from contacts I don't know, and I often wonder where do they get my contact from. And it can be quite overwhelming at times. So to help myself stay safer online, I've got myself an Incogni subscription. So what does Incogni exactly do? Well, let me tell you.
As you do your daily browsing and shopping around the internet, you're likely to leave your personal data in several places online. Your information might end up getting sold to data brokers, which further sells your information to all kinds of different companies.
And that is in many cases why you get those weird emails and SMSs in your inbox. But with an Incogni subscription, you are much better off.
By signing up, you let Incogni on your behalf search the web for data brokers, and if your information shows up, Incogni sends them a request to remove this information.
And if you log into your account, you can see how many companies Incogni has contacted to make them remove my information. So doing a removal job like that would take myself forever to do, so I'm much better off spending my time sailing and making sailing videos for you. So head over to incogni.com and use code Erik to get a 60% off an annual plan. Now let's head over and see how it goes in the North Sea. So, today on the menu, a bag of salad.
The sea was getting rougher, creating choppy waves as we closed in near to a quite surreal sight in the middle of the ocean in front of us.
We're approaching the first of two very big wind farms now. This is the first one, this is the small one.
Already well over halfway, the sun was about to go down. I knew this night would be a busy one, considering the heavy ship traffic passing along the traffic separation system. To make sure keeping the energy and stay alert through the night, I kept my belly full and took a rest. But the sound from a shaking headsail gave me anything but rest.
Back up again. The wind is coming a little bit too much on the nose, so it just makes a terrible flabbering noise from the sails when we get too close into the wind. So I think I will take down the inner foresail and pull some out on the headsail. Now suddenly seems just fine again. No shaking into the wind. You can listen to the shaking from the sails forever. When you get up on deck, it's gone. Everything's good. Wind angle has changed and everything.
Dark set in. To my big worry, while being rocked around in the waves, a potentially serious situation developed in the cabin.
It's 2:30 in the night and I thought I slowly smell more and more diesel. And damn if I were right. Look at this shit. Pure diesel. And that's a lot. And I showed you that lid earlier today. I thought that was the loose lid, but I can't feel any diesel around it, but I don't know. And down here is a lot of diesel. But I can see in certain places which is leaking. And that's annoying. Can't see anything in here or... Something is leaking a lot. So it might be the engine. Let me check. Let's put the jacket away. But it doesn't look like any leakages here. No. Oh, look at all that diesel in there. And there's a lot of waves and many hours to go. We just have to see how it develops. Otherwise, all good. Sails are looking great. The autopilot is steering very well. But we are getting to the point where we have to cross over the traffic separation system. It's not too many boats now, and the rules are you have to cross the separation system 90 degrees over to spend as less time as possible in the separation system. So my plan is to cross over straight over like that. So I think we're gonna go downwind now. Start the crossing and that will give us downwind. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 70 degrees. It keeps pouring out this hole down here from the engine compartment. It's not easy to see, but this was just drained out and now it's filling up again. So, and I can't find any leakage points from the tank or the engine. So this is magic. I never encountered this before, and we have 50 miles to go or something. 8 hours to sail, 8 hours to go. But let's just follow up and see what happens there. So that's us out of the separation zone and onwards to Vlieland. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning and we are not too far away now from our goal. I think it's about 15 miles or something. I started the engine and it was really coughing when I started it, so I wonder if the diesel leakage is from one of the pipes going to the engine. But it's starting and it's running now, and I really need an engine to get into shore here. What a place to have a big diesel leakage.
After a very long night, we could enter the sandy coast of Netherlands. Seeing all the sailboats occurring everywhere around me, witnessed of this country's big passion for sailing.
What a nice welcome from the boat passing me there. Wow, thank you. And now we're finding our way in through the buoys there. And yeah, it's 8 meter depth and big waves still. But we're in safe, calm waters now. So let's see if we can find a safe spot for Tessie and do some research on that damn diesel leakage.
The buoyed channel leads you all the way into Vlieland, and you have to be careful navigating the correct way, or else you might end up on the sandbanks.
Stay sail down. Smooth sailing. Love it.
I was surprised how quick it went from the wavy North Sea and into flat, shallow water. Just be aware of big, near-going, wave-making motor yachts. The Netherlands sure has a vivid boat life, with boats in all kinds of types and sizes. I slowly navigated my way safely in between all the boats, until I could see the entrance to Vlieland. I was glad the engine was running well, as this was a heavily trafficked area. But I might celebrated that a little too soon.
The engine is about to collapse on me.
The challenges did not seem to have quite ended yet.
Was it seaweed or?
I tried hard to figure out what was straining the engine from running. Seaweed in the seawater cooling inlet would only make it go warm, not slow down.
Oh, the engine is gonna stop. It's freaking gonna stop.
Then it occurred to me. During the diesel leakage mid-ocean, I had closed the engine diesel supply valve.
I know why. I closed the vent. Oh shit. Oh. Closed the vent for the diesel tank. My bad. This is the day. This is the day.
Oh well, at least it was a nice day to enter into the port of Vlieland. And a very crowded port. The harbor was completely packed with boats. I was assigned a spot deep inside the marina. With a rather big crowd watching, this was no place for messing up with, let's say, an engine failure. With the help of some tight harbor maneuvers and adjusting, I finally got Tessie pointed into her berth. After a kind of stressful entrance, I could let my shoulders down and go for a quick walk around this big marina. I especially enjoyed watching all the boats coming in and out of the entrance. Vlieland is one of the most visited marinas on the Frisian Islands. All the 300 berths was occupied this day, so I was lucky to get one without any reservation. I figured spoiling myself with a plate of Dutch cheesecake and a coffee was well deserved before starting working out what in the world was wrong on board Tessie.
So I've already done 10 liters of diesel from the bottom here. And still I cannot figure out where the leakage is. There's no sign of leakage from any point on the tank to engine. So it's a magic mystery. Not what I planned to do at arrival, Vlieland. But that's the sailing life. Luckily I had these cans. Diesel is still coming. I drain out everything here now, but when I do this, it just keeps coming here. So there is a big leakage somewhere. Oh, this is so fucked up. My god.
After draining over 60 liters into the cans, an answer to the desperation revealed.
I found something. Something is leaking here. And it's leaking bad. Like really bad. Look at that. It's a crack in the tank somewhere, kind of. And it's full. 140 liters minus 20, 100 liters of diesel is going to leak out here now. Love it. Okay, so it looks like I managed to stop it with some duct tape, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. You can see the bubble of diesel here, and probably it will spread until it reaches out again. I managed to stop it. That's the most important. So then I know there is a way in case. So I hope you enjoyed this video and will follow me on the next one, sailing through the canals to Enkhuizen, IJmuiden, Amsterdam and Sint-Anna-land. That's gonna be amazing. So like and subscribe, share the video to support whatever, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will see you later.
Join next video sailing through all the seas and canals of the country of Netherlands. We participate in a huge crazy event of Sail Amsterdam.
So we just arrived city center of Amsterdam now, and it must be hundreds of thousands of people everywhere in the city.
Followed by a lecture in Muiden.
Oh damn it, I want to sail to that island. I'm an adventurous guy, so I always want more. I want more ocean.
And a visit on board one of the largest military ships of the Dutch Navy. Before sailing on board Team Yayo's V60 racing machine. Several Contessas continue southwards for an exciting event.
That's it. Sint-Anna-land next.
The adventure ends with Tessie's first ever regatta during the Contessa rally in Sint-Anna-land.
So the race is on and I have my crew here. Govert, sorry.
It was altogether a mind-blowing experience, which I can't wait to share with you.
So it's been a great regatta so far, hasn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Head over to my website at nbjs.no to get your NBJS merchandise like t-shirts, hats and burgees. Click the drop-down icon and it's all there. I'm shipping all over the world. You can also find my store under this video and links to everything in the video description. For lecture inquiries, write me an email to post@nbjs.no. I'm happy to visit your sailing club or company wherever you might be. And remember, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal. See you soon, Erik.